Can y'all hear me out there? Can y'all hear me out there? Listen, we gotta take care of some business right now. You know, one thing's for certain, two things for sure. Just because you don't see me in the chat and I haven't been involved like that, don't mean I ain't been seeing what's going on. Cause I can read and I don't have to talk and say nothing on top of people putting me on, right? So, you know, the thing about it is that how many times have I went live on this mat and saying the same things over and over, you know, talking about guys not casting, talking about dudes conceding, you know, all of that stuff, right? And I did it not once, not twice, not three, not four, not five, several times, right? That I've went and said the same thing over and over and over, right? How many times have I actually tried to do things to give back to the league? Come up with stuff, you know, to help dudes out, whether it's attribute points, upgrades, play spoiler, Monday night games, right? How many times have I come up with little stuff to do something for the league, right? And yet and still, you still have dudes that still insist on saying, yo, I'm going to do what I want, when I want. See, I'm the type of dude that I don't let stuff bother me, right? I'm talking about real life for a second. I don't let nothing bother me if it don't involve my family or my paper, right? So, of course, we know this don't affect none of that. So I don't lose no sleep for it, right? But I am trying to run it a certain way. So I try to do things one way, but I see that's not enough. You know, some dudes still feel like because you ain't really lay the hammer down, I'm going to do what I want. I never seen so much conceding and stuff going on the way it's been going down. But you know, dudes, I ain't going to say dudes ain't been getting called out for it. They have. You know what I'm saying? They definitely have. Things has been happening. Things has been getting done about it. But it's still happening in playoff games and Super Bowls, you know, regular season games. I'm just saying I never seen so much buffoonery going down. So I pride myself on running my leagues a certain way, right? This is why dudes always tell me, you ain't gonna front, I like your leagues. Why not? Your leagues is dope, blah, blah, blah. And you know why? That's because it's the way that we run it. You know, then you get dudes that say things like, yo, y'all try to trip and really have power. No, we don't. Because I ain't a dude that try to show power or flex my muscle about this my league, right? And neither do none of the commissioners, right? So that kills me when dudes say that. But the fact of the matter is, in order to run things a certain way, you got to do things a certain way. You ever realize how many different dudes try to have leagues and it don't last? A lot of dudes have leagues and they can't get out of the first season. A lot of dudes have one season and they one and done. For me to have, you know, for me to have all these different leagues, right, and dudes still be playing, you know, so it's like, all right, evidently I'm doing something right, right? So the thing about it is that, no, I don't get on here and tell my business about why I haven't been locked in. Only a chosen few know. You understand what I'm saying about why I haven't really been in tune to what's going on or whatever, or even in tune just playing, period. Right? That ain't for the chat to know. I ain't the type of dude to get on the chat and air my business out and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? I always tell y'all, keep matting, and then, you know, like some of you dudes get on here and start talking about how much money y'all got and everything. Yo, dog, this is a league game. You know what I'm saying? Nobody care about none of that. So I don't get on here talking about none of that. But for those that know. You know what I'm saying? But again, a lot of buffoonery been going down. and don't think I don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, come next Madden, there won't be 3 leagues, right? Because what I realize is that when you have 3 leagues, you could kind of get it watered down by having too many of the wrong people in the league. You understand? And I did that, and to be perfectly honest with you, I had 3 leagues as an olive branch to reach out. You know what I mean? To different people that if you didn't get a good team in this league, I try to accommodate dudes to make sure that they have a decent team in another league. So them days is over. You understand? So we doing 2 leagues because you got to understand when you look at WIT, right? And you say, yo, WIT is the best league. You know why? Because it's the users. It's the users that we have. When you start having multiple leagues and all of that, you can definitely have the wrong people in it, and that's what kills the league. You understand what I'm saying? So, things is getting done, and I put in the chat about a week ago. I said big changes is coming for next Madden. Look around. Everybody that you see, well, first of all, everybody is not coming back. If you got booted, you're done. Everybody who you see in the league now, I'm here to tell you, they are not going to be in the league next Madden. Get in your feelings, say what you want. All the sucker stuff that's been going down, cool, no problem. But when you find yourself on the outside looking in, don't hit me in the DM asking me why. Don't ask me no questions. Don't play dumb later. You know what I'm saying? Don't play dumb later. Then exactly, I was just about to get to that. I got a bunch of clown dudes in leagues that all day just talk about nonsense, trolling dudes. Like, yo, y'all dudes must be bored, man. Like, y'all ain't got no girls, no nothing, and then it's like, what kills me is that dudes don't even be knowing dudes and just coming in saying anything. For what? So I'm looking around, I'm like, yo, who is it? And then a lot of these dudes that be doing all the talking, I don't even know where they came from. You understand? Because I sure didn't add them to the league. So who we adding dudes? So you got dudes just adding dudes to the league just cuz. You understand? You got dudes that's been in the league for 2 seasons and probably played 3 games. You got dudes quitting in the playoffs. You got dudes quitting the Super Bowl. You got dudes tanking after week 3. You got dudes tanking after week 4. I'm just saying all of that, let me tell you something. All of that plays a role going into the new Madden. So I'm here to tell you now, even if some of y'all, even if y'all are in the league, you're not going to get your top choices for your team. I promise you that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no dude that try to come off and go on a power trip because it's my league. Y'all never hear me say that. Matter of fact, how many times have y'all heard me say this is what? This is our league, right? Y'all always hear me say that. Y'all ain't never hear me say my league. Y'all always hear me say our league, our league, our league. You understand what I'm saying? Because without users, you don't have no league. But again, just like all money ain't good money, all users ain't good users. See, I used to be a person that said, yo, a user is better than a CPU. But to be honest with you, some of you dudes is a CPU. You understand? Just because you see somebody's name on it, don't mean they're not a CPU. You're still a CPU. And some of y'all are so much of a bozo, I'd rather have the CPU than have you in the league. So I'm like, yo, I'm looking around, I'm seeing all the buffoonery that's going down. I'm like, yo, wow, what's going on? Like, and it's cool. I ain't gonna trip. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna trip at all. I'm just gonna get even. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to do things one way. I try to do things the right way. I try to look out for everybody. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta give dudes like Carnage some props. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of dudes used to always get into it with Carnage. But let me tell you something, man. Carnage, say what you want about Carnage. Carnage don't be violating. You understand what I'm saying? Carnage play his games, whatever. Even if he don't like his team that he got, he play it out, he stick it out, and I respect him for that. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, that stuff goes a long way with me. You understand what I'm saying? So I got to give guys like Carnage his props. BJ, I ain't gonna lie, besides myself, BJ is probably the next dude that I root for more than anybody. Y'all always hear me big BJ up. Why? Because I seen BJ get stomped like a pin. I seen BJ get beat like a pinata last Madden, and he never quit, never conceded, never nothing. It's dudes who claim to be 10 times better than him that do the most crying, that concede, that be quitting, do a lot of sucker stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I always peep what type of dude BJ was. You know what I mean, from the jump. You know what I'm saying? So, the thing about it is that, yo, man, BJ, I respect dudes like that. And I'm happy to have dudes like that in my league because no matter how many games BJ lost, he always stuck around and played no matter what. Dwayne, another dude who lose, dudes look at it, see his record, have a little bit of wins, a whole bunch of losses. But guess what? That man never did. That man never quit. That man never conceded. That man play his games against anybody. If he can't play, he can't play. But he always go out his way to play his games. That stuff go a long way with me. You understand? Because these are dudes that, ain't the top players, but guess what? They got more heart than some of these so-called top players. I respect stuff like that. And I make sure I'm going to look out for dudes like that moving forward. You understand? You got dudes that act like they somebody and can't even follow simple instructions. Simple stuff. I don't have a bunch of rules in my leagues. I really don't. I got a handful of rules because I don't try to handcuff nobody, and then even with the trades, right? You got dudes still making these dumb trades. Then you got the nerve to talk about the teams that people have. Well, guess what? You part of the reason why dudes got these teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot of clown stuff that just be going on, like all the time. So it's like, all right, man, you know what? I ain't going to get on here and try to really act like I'm going to do so much things different now. Because at this point, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm so focused on what I'm doing that, it's like, all right, cool. I'm just taking notes. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking notes. Niggas is definitely putting me on. On top of that, I still check the chat. And that's how I see a lot of stuff for myself. AGS, I got a bunch of dudes trolling from sun up to sun down. Yo, where did you come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, where you niggas even came from? Talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is like, y'all dudes talk crazy, talk all this stuff, and for what? Like, y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all ain't even putting no work in. So again, clowns, bozos. I got too many bozos in my league. And that's what happens when you start having too many leagues. Because now you start worrying about filling up spots, filling up holes. Nah, man, everybody can't get down. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody can't get down. That's just what it is. Call me. So from now on, I'm acting bougie with my leagues. Yeah, I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to act bougie with the league. Everybody can't get down. That's just what it is. There's plenty of other dudes that do leagues on here. Go play in their leagues. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, you look around at who's in these leagues, man. I promise you, a lot of dudes ain't going to be in the league next Madden. I'm seeing dudes make all these trades, and then when they realize they don't like the team, they leave the league. All right, cool. I'm taking note to all of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You dudes make these trades in one season, and then it's like, I guess by season 2, season 3, you don't like the team that you got. You decide you're going to dip. All right, cool. Noted. Say no more. That's going to play a role coming into the next one. Either you're not going to be in the league, and if you are in the league, you ain't going to really like the teams that you got to choose from. You understand? Like, I'm looking at all the little sucker stuff that's been going down. I've seen everything. I've seen dudes leave the league because they feel like they couldn't compete with their team. But yet, you know what I'm saying, they like their team so much in a different league. Oh, so you dudes don't like the teams when y'all team is on top. Some of y'all don't, I ain't gonna say nobody, but some of y'all don't like adversity. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you on top, you feel like you king of the mountain. Soon as you get a team that you face a little adversity with, you want to tank. Some of you dudes is so crazy about tanking. Some of y'all tank and don't even have your first round pick. But y'all so worried about tanking. All right, cool. Noted. I'm telling you, and I already know the DMs is gonna start flowing in when that new Madden come. And dudes, the same dudes listening or come across this 5th quarter at some point in time, gonna act like I ain't say nothing what I'm saying and gonna still reach out to me anyway. Nah, don't reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like, let me tell you something, everything that I'm saying, and you feel like I could be talking to you, yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah, AGS, bro. You know what I'm saying? AGS. The dude over there just trolling all day, 24/7. I don't even know who even invited him to the league. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't be liking users just to throw somebody in the league. You know what I'm saying? Because you get a lot of dudes that come in the league. I'm telling you, everything that I speak on is from past Maddens. You get dudes that come in the league, get punched on, or they get disciplined in the way that they don't like. You get dudes that'll release a bunch of their players. You know what I'm saying? Violate. That's why I don't like anybody just to be down in the league. You know what I'm saying? Everything not for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same thing in life, no matter how it is. You know, when you talk about shorties, when you talk about homies, whatever, and some homies you can't go certain places with some homies because them niggas ain't gonna ride out with you. You got some homies that you could go through the darkest alley with them because you know you're gonna ride out. They're gonna ride out. Same thing when you talk about a boomie. Everything ain't for every girl. You ain't going out to eat or taking any shorty out to eat. It's some shorties that strictly, come to the crib. That's it. Ain't nothing else happening. Ain't some shorties you ain't taking out. You understand what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Everything ain't for everybody. So now we gonna carry on with this little punk Madden leagues. Everything ain't for everybody. You know what I mean? Everything not for everybody, man. Everybody that come with you can't go with you. So, I'm just saying, man, I just been sitting back seeing stuff, and I've been meant to jump on here. And even now, I could be on my laptop taking care of some business. You understand what I'm saying? But I was like, you know what? I kept putting up stuff about fifth quarter. So I said, you know what? Let me get this in here. Some of y'all dudes I still speak to, and anybody that got my number, listen, just because I'm busy for the league don't mean if you call my phone or hit me, I'm not gonna respond. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna respond. You know what I'm saying? I'm just busy for the league because I'm just a dude that I don't let this game intervene with real life. And that's the same way like how some of y'all dudes move with the game in real life. Some of you dudes knowing that something came in the way and you can't really play and you'll still try to get a fair sim out of it. Instead of just saying, yo, I'm busy, give my opponent the win. See, I ain't on no stuff like that. If I can't play, I can't play. You understand what I'm saying? I know how to easily separate Madden from what's going on in my personal life. You understand? But you get dudes that'll say, yo, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and still try to pull off a fair sim instead of just manning up and saying, yo, give my opponent the win. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is though. But like for me, it's like I get on here. I had to get on here because I see a lot of stuff that was going down. I seen the tanking. Just because I'm speaking about tanking now, don't mean tanking ain't been going on. Dude's been tanking. What's his name? This dude, Rick James, was tanking in week 3. He was 0-3 and just tanked. You know how many Madden leagues I've been playing over the years when I was like 0-6 and came all the way back and still made the playoffs? But that's just the type of dude that some of us are. Some of us gonna battle to the end. No matter what team we have, no matter what the record is, we gonna compete till the wheel falls off. Then you get some dudes that's 0-3, they ready to hang it up. You know what I'm saying? They ready to hang it up. So, I just don't understand how some of y'all move. The tanking joint is out of hand. It really is. And I spoke about tanking in the very beginning. I said, yo, man, we ain't doing tanking over here. I said, if you tanking, the league ain't for you. I've said that. And I know some of y'all definitely remember me talking about tanking in the beginning when we first started these leagues up. Because I didn't want nobody tanking. I wanted everybody to compete. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I came up with the play spoiler thing. Remember, I came up with the play spoiler thing because even if you couldn't make the playoffs, instead of you just giving somebody a win who's fighting to get in the playoffs, I tried to come up with something to give back, to accommodate you for playing. You understand what I'm saying? So I try my best. I try my best to always come up with something to stop the tanking or whatever the case is, and dudes still tank. So all right, cool. Say no more. Dudes tanking, cool. BJ, you late, bro. I was just bigging you up. You understand what I'm saying? You my dog, BJ. I ride with you, BJ. Right after I ride with myself. I gotta cheer for myself more than anybody else. But BJ, you my next in line that I root for after myself, bro. I respect how you move. You dudes like you and Dwayne, I respect how y'all move, man. You know what I'm saying? I respect how y'all move to the fullest. Because it's so-called dudes that claim to be better than y'all, and these dudes will quit. You know what I'm saying? These dudes will quit. These dudes will concede. These dudes will cry. Dudes will tank. Oh, I ain't got no quarterback. I ain't got this. Yo, come on, man. Like, are y'all dudes serious or what? Like, where's the heart at? You understand? Some of y'all only want it. Some of y'all, listen, a lot of y'all is front runners. Some of y'all only going to talk and have all the confidence when y'all winning. But y'all lose a couple of games and y'all crawl inside the rabbit hole. You understand what I'm saying? I seen it happen long enough to know. Everybody ain't built like how they act like they built. You know, that's why like even when sometimes when playoff times come, it get real quiet. Dudes don't be wanting to be the first to get knocked out. You know, I'm telling you, man, this Madden bring a lot of girls out, a lot of so-called dudes. You know, Madden bring a lot of girls out of dudes, man, with the crying and the whining and all this stuff, man. I'm the one that create these leagues, and I don't even go for the top teams. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't that deep. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared to play with nobody. I done played with the Jags. I done played with whoever you think of. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't never seen me run to no top teams. You know what I'm saying? And if I do, it was something about the team that I like. But I don't never care about who's the top team or none of that. I'm going to play, and I'm going to lose my way. I'm going to win my way. And then another thing that's been going on, a lot of you dudes is now, stop. A lot of you dudes is now playing, trying to copy off everybody else. Like, this is really a monkey see, monkey do league. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a lot of you dudes is so corny, man. Like, I look around, and I'm talking about before I got busy. Like, a lot of dudes playing the same way. Everybody want to run tight formation. Everybody want to run these same play actions out of the two wide receiver, certain formations that other dudes is running. You know, a lot of clown stuff, man. Like, dudes don't even have their own minds. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing about me, if I lose, I'm going to lose my way. But if I win, I'm going to win my way. You understand? I'm not going back to see what BAP do. Oh, BAP 7-0. Let me go see what BAP do. Oh, that's the play BAP run. Some of you dudes complain about a play that people running, and then you go back and start using the same play. I could respect it more if you just don't never cry about it. Just use the play. But why you gonna cry about it? Say, yo, this play that, and then all of a sudden you gonna start using it. You dudes are so corny, man. Like, nobody, I ain't gonna say nobody, but a lot of you dudes don't have a mind of your own. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you don't have a mind of your own. And then you wonder why, when you play certain dudes, you get smashed. You know why? Because you're copying off them. See, when you make something popular, a lot of times you know what the weakness is. But dudes that really go out and copy don't know what the weakness is. So they'll try to run it on somebody only for it not to work. You understand? Like, it's just crazy, man. It's just a lot of clown stuff. But like I say, man, next Madden, 2 leagues, no more 3 leagues. You know, we weighing out, we getting rid of the weak weasels. You know what I'm saying? We getting rid of the weak weasels, straight up. Like, I'm not, I got too many dudes in the leagues that should not be in the league, straight up. So some changes is coming. What are you doing? You getting down? Get down then. So it's some big time changes coming, man. You know what I'm saying? It's some big time changes coming. And some dudes gonna be in their feelings, but yo, I didn't just wake up and just say, oh, I don't want this dude in the league, I don't want that dude in the league. This was pretty much like just given to me. It was brought on the table. So it's like, all right, cool. And then, like I say, and I'm seeing that the conceding. Like, why y'all dudes conceding and you know that's a rule breaker? So again, when I see it, that just goes to tell me, yo, F it, I'm gonna do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because alright, you don't care about what I say about how I want stuff to go in the league, then the league ain't for you. There's plenty of other leagues that's going down that dudes do. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be in my league at all. There's plenty of other leagues out there. A lot of other leagues that going down. Stop. A lot of other leagues that go down. So if you ain't in my league, it ain't the end of the world. It's really not. For you dudes to say things like, oh, y'all be power tripping. All right, if that's how you feel, then go to somebody else's league who you feel like not power tripping. It's really a simple fix. It's really not that difficult. Any league I don't want to be a part of, I'm just not going to be a part of. You understand? It's a free league. This ain't even a money league. Stop. Leave it. This ain't even a money league. You know what I mean? It's a free league, and dudes can't get simple stuff right. All right, say no more, man. Like I said, I ain't gonna get on here and really worry about it. It's just like, all right, changes is needed, and changes is coming. Like I said, a lot of sucker stuff went down. Dudes left leagues, and I know for a fact, dudes quit leagues because they ain't like their team. The dudes didn't want to put in the work, and this is why I be acting funny style with the trades. Dudes make these trades and feel like they don't like the route that their team is going, can't compete, and they break out. And I always tell y'all what I don't like about that is that when it's time to get a replacement, you know, you got dudes with these crazy teams that nobody really, because I'm not gonna lie, if you ask me, if you invited me to a league and you say, yo, bro, the Ravens is open, the first thing I'm thinking about is, I gotta put some pieces around Lamar. But if I come to the Ravens and Lamar ain't there, it's like, yo, what type of team is this? You know, if Lamar not on the Ravens, it better be another young up and coming young gunner over there. You understand what I'm saying? I don't need to take over a Ravens team and Lamar is gone and they got goddamn Baker Mayfield over there starting. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, if you dudes is trying to make moves, give me this. If you dudes is really trying to make moves, then you got to play it out. Ain't no you playing 2 seasons and that's it. You give up. You feel like ain't nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? But cool. Like, cool. Note it. It's already done. It's already written. Stuff that I'm talking about ain't last Madden. It's this Madden. You know what I mean? So now, moving forward, I got to make sure that it don't happen moving forward. You understand? This is why when I said in the chat, big time changes is coming. Big time changes is coming. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just got dudes that's be coming in just doing some crazy stuff. And again, and y'all always hear me say things like, y'all always hear me talk about guys like Money Mascot, right? Because I always say some dudes I'm going to stand down with because I already know how they get it in. I've seen Money Mascot, maybe not so much this Madden, but Money Mascot got a history of taking a quarterback 69 overall and turning him into a superstar X Factor. He may not have done that on this Madden, but he got a history on doing that. But bottom line is, Money Mascot, I know who he is. I already know he gonna rock out. I ain't worrying about him, no matter what type of trade he made. You understand? But some of you dudes go out and try to make these crazy trades, and because you're not having the success that you thought you was gonna have, you leave the league. Yeah, all right, cool. Cool, say no more. And then even some of my commissioners gotta understand, like, you know, dudes told me stuff like, oh, just because he did that in that league don't mean he should be punished in the other league. That's BS. If you violate in one league, that's it. You violate in both leagues. What am I sticking around to give you a chance? So in other words, if a dude quit WIT, right, and he cut all his players, but he's in AGS, you mean to tell me because he violated WIT, I should only kick him out of WIT? And I should let him stay in AGS? Nah, hell no. You out of WIT and you out of AGS. That's just how it is. And I need the commissioners to get on board and understand that. Ain't no, yo, if he did that in one league, that shouldn't carry over to the other. No, man. That carries over to all leagues. You understand? Like, it ain't no, yo, just because you did that over there, that shouldn't carry over. No, man, carries over. If you violate, you violate it. You know, ain't no, yo, that's just that league. Nah, man, he violated all leagues. He done. Some dudes that's booted can't never come back. Banned for life. Rick James can never come back to my league. He done. You understand? But the funny thing is, there's some dudes in here now that ain't gonna be back. That's gonna be on that Rick James list. You know, and you dudes brought it on yourself. You know, all the buffoonery that y'all did. You know, like, how many times have I got on here talking about the same stuff? All of y'all dudes that's listening already heard me talk about dudes casting, talk about dudes quitting, talk about dudes tanking, right? So we all adults. Ain't nobody deaf. Ain't nobody got a hard time comprehending. Well, even though some of y'all act like y'all do, you still understand what I'm saying. And for the fact that I ain't really been in tune like that, and the commissioners haven't really been laying down the hammer, dudes been violating. So, all right, cool. You violated. Y'all got that first hit off. You understand? But it's not about how you hit. You know, it's about how you hit back. So I took it upon myself to say, you know what? We already pretty much approaching the dog days of Madden. You know, we're about to hit April. Before you know it, the new Madden will be out in about 2 months. So I ain't going to trip now. So everything that I'm saying is for the next Madden. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, like, you the same ones that been violating, you might as well keep violating. Ain't no need to stop now. If you've been quitting, go ahead, keep conceding. You know, you knew it was a rule. You kept doing it. You did it more than once. You did it more than twice. It's not an accident. You know it's a rule. Even when you did it, you know somebody said something to you about it. Even if the commission ain't say nothing to you about it, one of the players in the league said something to you about it, and you still kept doing it. So I say no more. You know, I mean, like I said, man, if I'm gonna have my name a part of something, it's got to be done a certain way, and that's just how I am. Period. Even in real life, I don't care what it is. I don't care if I'm doing anything. I don't care what it is I'm doing. If I'm a part of anything, it got to be done a certain way, because my name is attached to it. That's all I got in my life. In life is my balls and my name, my word. You understand? My word means something. Some of y'all may not move like that, but that's how I move. That's just the era that I come from. You understand? My word means something. So, you know, even with this little fun Madden leagues that we do for our spare time, it's like, yeah, it's a game, dog, but at the same time, you know, it still got to be done a certain way. For dudes to keep saying, yo, I ain't gonna front, why not? Your leagues is dope. See, you got to say that because it's got to be ran a certain way. You know, so if I'm gonna be a part of it, if it's gonna be ran a certain way, then certain things gonna have to be done. You know, that's just what it is. So, you know, I'm just saying, man, I just had to come on here and let it be known. Some of y'all are in y'all last days when it comes to these leagues. You know. So, you know, man, I mean, I tried to get on here several times and get on here and say certain things, and, you know, hopefully dudes will catch it. But, you know, I say no more. I caught it. You know, got back calling me and be like, yo, such and such did this, such and such did that. You know, I got different dudes reaching out, telling me stuff, and I'm like, yo, bro, I already know. I seen it. And then for stuff that I didn't know, you know, still brought to my attention. You know, like I said, I just look in the chat. I'll look in the chat, see certain things. Because I don't say nothing, don't comment on nothing, don't mean that it flew under the radar. Nah, ain't nothing flew under the radar. Ain't nothing. Let me tell you something. Everything that's been going on that hasn't been properly addressed has not flew under the radar. You know what I'm saying? And this is exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying now about next Madden. You know? Because everything that fly under the radar. You know, like, and it's disappointing too, because I always try to do something to help dudes out. I try to help out the teams that's not having a good year, and you know, I try to help teams out that's not doing this and not doing that. I try to bring as much balance to the league as possible, you know, but yet dudes insist on doing whatever it is that they want to do. So, alright, enjoy it, you know what I mean? So with that being said, man, I just wanted to get on here and address certain things, because like I said, it's not cool what's been going on, you know, and I expected more from some of y'all, and I can't lie, some of y'all I'm disappointed in, you know, I can't lie, some of y'all I'm disappointed in, you know, but for the most part though, a lot of you dudes is A1. You know what I mean? A lot of you dudes is A1. I can't even front on that. A lot of you dudes is A1. You know, dudes like Big Game James, A1. You know what I mean? Like, them type of dudes, man, that's what I said. The same way I don't miss stuff when dudes violate, I don't miss stuff when dudes don't violate. You understand? Like, it don't go under the radar. You know, it actually goes a long way with me. You know, it carries on a long way with me, man. So, you know, wait a minute. So, you know, I'm gonna make sure come next Madden that the way these teams and stuff is picked, it's gonna be real. And the fact that we only doing 2 leagues, y'all better think long and hard about what teams y'all gonna have down, you know, for to rock with. You know, because the only reason why we rebooted because this Madden, you know, bugged out. You know, and it made us have to reboot. But y'all know it ain't no rebooting. So think long and hard. 2 leagues, that's it. You know what I mean? 2 leagues, that's it, man. We getting rid of the dead weight. You know, and we gonna keep it moving a certain way. And that's that. And come next Madden, if I have to get rid of more dudes, I'm gonna do that too. But you gotta start from somewhere. You know, so we're gonna start with whoever I'm gonna start with now when this new Madden drop, and then we just gonna move from there. But to all you dudes that still been keeping it real and really like respecting what's supposed to be going down. I salute y'all. I appreciate y'all. And to all you other dudes who've been doing the total opposite, keep doing it. You might as well finish what y'all started. And don't need to try to switch up now. Because even if you switch up and try to act like you're going to get on board and do the right thing, it's too late. Because you've been doing the wrong thing for too long. So, and the thing about it is that anybody that try to act right, it's not even genuine anyway. It's only because I got on here and said something about, what I've been talking about the past 20 minutes. It ain't genuine. It ain't because you really respect what's been going on. So, it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? But it's like, I try to give back to the league too much for the same BS to still be going down. So, but I appreciate all the dudes that still keep it official and do what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like I said, that won't be forgotten. You know what I mean? Come the next one, leave that. But yeah, man. So listen, man, we over here in week 9. So Bap, did we advance with today or did we advance yesterday? I'm out of the loop. I don't be knowing. Sometimes I just get on here to play my game and hop right off. I don't be knowing what's going on. You know what I mean? So I need to know. Oh, we advanced today? So advance is Friday. All right, cool. Cool. Advance is Friday. But yeah, man, I got to give a shout out to Claw too, man. Claw, this dude won 2 Super Bowls in AGS and 2 perfect seasons back to back. That's something I don't care how good of a player you are. That's really hard to do because we all know that you can always have a trap game against somebody. You know what I'm saying? You can always have a trap game, play down to your opponent or whatever, or just have a bad game. To have 2 seasons and be undefeated, that's big. You know what I'm saying? That's real big. So, you got to get that man his flowers, man, no matter what. Like, and that's the thing too. Like, some of y'all dudes, you say things about Claw, about Norm. These dudes, they do this, they do that. Man, I don't want to hear about none of that. You understand? Like, bottom line, you still, anything that anybody do can be stopped. You got to figure it out. There's nothing in this game that cannot be stopped. You understand? So, I don't want to hear about dudes doing this, dudes doing that. Bottom line is, step your game up. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And I had to shout Claw out because what he did is something that you rarely gonna see. But that man been balling over there, man. He's been doing a crazy job, making history over there. So, it's just one of them things, man. It's like, ain't nobody been able to figure him out. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody been able to figure him out. The one thing I played him this past season, and it was close for a while, but then I was too many turnovers, and then it's like, all downhill. And one of the things about not playing, when you're not really, one thing about Madden, right, and probably any game, but it's definitely Madden, you definitely can lose your timing, the timing, my timing is just like out of whack right now. See, when you constantly playing every day, your timing is there. But when you start falling out of the loop and you getting on and you playing and ain't really playing stuff too much, your timing can go. And right now, my timing, I'm not even trusting like certain routes and stuff because my timing ain't there. But anyway, I had to give Claude flowers, man. Dude been balling out, a whole nother level, So yeah, man, he's been dominating, lights out. Anybody that played him lost 2 seasons. Nobody ain't beat him. But yeah, we over here week 9 and Wit. I probably should take this out the chat now for AGS and well, I ain't gonna take it out the chat. Anybody that's in AGS or ITT, you ain't gotta listen to this. I'm through ranting about what I ranted and I said what I had to say. That's that. But now I'm just looking at week 8. I'm gonna go to week 8 real quick. You know what I mean? And we're gonna go we're gonna go back to week 8 last week and see, see what went down. You know what I mean? All right, so week 8 we had Cardinals and Vikings. I look when I played Marzelli yesterday, and I seen like the records and stuff and the scores popping up at the bottom of the screen. Cardinals got 1 loss in the season, so it looked like that trade. He did for Allen is doing the big time things over there, and I see the Bills is doing the total opposite. I don't know what possessed the Bills to make that trade. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing something different is understandable, but it's also another thing that's called just doing things that absolutely makes no sense. And he could have did things different without making the moves that he made. I mean, he made so many crazy moves that he traded away a dude. He traded for a dude, then gave him back to Cardinals again. Like, it's just like, yo, man, that's how you know you're doing too many unnecessary things. Anytime you trade for a player from one team and end up giving that team back that same player, you putting your hand in that cookie jar one too many times. And right now it's showing. Buffalo won the Super Bowl last season. He did. Congratulations to him. But then I honestly feel like, he let that go to his head. You got to understand, you won the Super Bowl, but you had close encounters. You ain't just run through the league. You ain't go undefeated to make you feel like you could just leave it. You ain't go undefeated to make you feel like you could just do whatever. You barely made it into the playoffs, and you still had some good games in the playoffs. So you were supposed to stay humble and build on what you did. If anything, if you won one, like, why would you just be content with that? Why wouldn't you just try to go ahead and just try to double up and win another one? Instead, you get on here and make these. All right, hold on. You get on here and make these crazy trades. You get on here and make these crazy trades, and then now it's like, you're looking like you might not even make the playoffs. So I don't understand. I think that Super Bowl went to his head at the worst time, But Cardinals are smiling ear to ear. They've been balling. I see they only got 1 loss. So, and they dominated a good Minnesota team. Minnesota is a good user, and he went upside his head 31-9. And then you got guys like this guy, right? Like Pick 6, like, this is a dude that I didn't even cared about even being in the league, right? He's a guy hard to get in contact with. He's a guy that pops up and says something about playing. Then when you hit him up, you don't hear from him for hours, So, I just don't be understanding it. But yeah, Bap got the force in this one. Bills beat the Texans in this one, but like I said, Bills got a long season ahead of him, and Bills probably going to mess around and miss the playoffs with the crazy moves that he did. But he won this one. Dre lost a pick 6 in what league? In this one? Wow. Well, like I say, man, trap games though. Sometimes you play against a dude that you feel like you could just do anything with, and you'll lose. Hey, cut it out. Cut it out. So, moving on to the next one. All right, wait a minute. Moving on to the next game, we got, this game was a fair sim. Really, you said you gave a lot for them players. I mean, you really didn't though. Like it looked like you did, but listen, man. Listen, you got a good trade. Really, it was a good trade. I ain't even gonna get into that conversation no more. It's over with. You know what I mean? You really didn't. Anybody, put it like this: anybody in your shoes would have made that trade. Anybody that was in DP shoes wouldn't have made that trade. And I'm talking about nobody. Nobody that was in DP position would have made that trade. Everybody that was in your position would have made that trade. That's how you know that trade was crazy. But let's get to this one was a fair sim. my boy, I know Carnage upset about this fair sim because I'm pretty sure he would have won this game, you know. But it was a fair sim, and Patriots got the win. Then we had myself against the Steelers. Came out to a slow start, was trailing early, put some points together, came away with it later on in the second half of the game. Then we had Chiefs and Browns. Chiefs won this one 24-19. BJ, you know I'm rooting for you, bro. You know I'm always rooting for you when I see you play. So we came up a little short this week, so you got to tighten up the next week. Giants and Cowboys. Big game. James won this one 35-9. Dominate Dwayne. You know I root for you too, bro. You and BJ, my dudes, I root for because no matter how many times I've seen you guys lose, I ain't never see y'all cry, complain, quit, concede, none of that. So I root for y'all. Straight up and down, I root for y'all. So just had to let both of y'all know that. This was a force for the Broncos over the Bucks. This was a force for the Packers over Seattle. Huff is another dude that should have been booted a long time ago. He another one that didn't really play no games going back to last season, even probably season before that. You know what I mean? And even now I'm still seeing forced wins and stuff like that. Like, come on, man. Like, you dudes. And that's why I say, like, some of you dudes don't even like if you know you can't play, then just speak up and say something. You know what I mean? You just get low. You know. Oh, another thing too. Another thing that I noticed, some of you dudes leave the league and don't say nothing. Meaning you don't actually leave. You just don't say nothing. So week to week you getting losses, right? And you don't re-sign nobody. Don't let nobody know you left the league. So you didn't re-sign no players. You don't participate in the off season. All of that stuff, I'm telling you, all of that stuff I ain't forgetting about. You understand what I'm saying? Like, dudes do that too. Dude, and I can respect it more. See, my thing is you don't lose points with me if you just keep it real. If you come out and be like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, what's the name did? What's the name? Trey Dog, right? Trey Dog hit me in the DM and let me know, yo, bro, my schedule kind of hectic. Yo, I'm gonna have to bow out. Cool. No problem, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like, go handle your handle. I respect it. You know, I'm not no dude that feel like, oh, man, bro, you only played one season. What you mean your schedule hectic? You got to play. Nah, you would never hear me say that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm never going to act like these little bogus leagues is going to ever have anything to do with real life. You understand? But my problem is that when you dudes don't communicate and say nothing, and I have to put two and two together and say, oh, this dude ain't playing, he ain't participating, he ain't resign nobody, oh, he quit. Like, that's the type of stuff I got a problem with. So that too is something that I'm not gonna forget. That too is why certain dudes ain't gonna be down next Mad. And I'm telling you, nothing is flying under the radar. From everything that I spoke about, even down to dudes quitting the league without saying they actually quit. Like, I ain't gonna forget none of that. You know, all of that plays a role. Everything that you did plays a role. It's how simple is it to hit me in the DM, and I'm very transparent with everybody on here. Can't nobody on here ever act like I don't say nothing. They don't know how to reach out. Yo, man, I get on here, you know, and I always tell my commissioners, yo, y'all can do the fifth quarter. Y'all don't need me to do it, but they don't do it. All right, cool, they don't do it. See, everybody don't want to get on here and talk, and everybody not comfortable with it. Me, I don't care. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just one of the dudes that I just know how to just, you know, I know how to just give it up with my words and everything. You know, wordplay. I know how to converse. Like, I know how to do those things, so it's cool. To me, it's just like walking. You know, you put one foot in front of the other, right, and you just move. So that's how I'm able to do this. But, you know, the thing about it is that just because I haven't been getting on here like I would like to, don't mean I ain't been seeing what's going on. So, yeah. So you dudes that quit without saying you quit, yeah, it won't be a spot for y'all neither moving forward for next match. Move right along. We going on to what's this? Rams and Niners. Yo Rams, if I was you and you beat the Rocket this time, I would have put something in that chat. Because you played the 49ers early in the season, and I remember the 49ers putting pictures up of his team. and you just returned the favor and beat him. So if I was you, I'd have put something up in here. It's a bad loss for the 49ers, and once again, like the Niners, is probably not going to make the playoffs. You know, listen, man, the 49ers has been underperforming. You know, there's no other way to call it. You know, you can't be, you know, you can't expect to make to the playoffs and then you lose in the teams that's constantly under 500. So not a good look for the 49ers. Terrible loss for the Niners. And it looked like the Cardinals going to run away with that division once again. Falcons and Commanders. Falcons got the force. Bears and Saints. I don't know who the Bears is. I know he got added on. But good win for him. 37-13. You know, it's easy to say that he beat BS, but you got to remember he don't know how BS play. You know what I'm saying? So for him to dominate like this on defense, that's impressive. You know what I'm saying? Because when you don't know how somebody play, and you're just playing for the first time, a lot of times the game can not really get competitive until the second half because you unfamiliar. But he came out and he did his thing. So good win for this Bears team. Then we had Chargers and Bengals. Good win for the Chargers. They won 31-28. Was this a statement win for the Chargers? We'll see. Great win, though. You know what I'm saying? Great defense performance. Bengals, one of the most high-powered scoring offenses in the league. Only give up 28 points. I say job well done for that Charger team. Lions and Panthers. Lions blew Panthers out 38-7. Murph having a nice solid season. So is the Panthers. Panthers having a great season too. Just didn't show up this week. Probably had one too many turnovers and it showed. Moving on to week 9, which is the current week. League got advanced today, I was told. So we got Bengals and Steelers. Bengals, last few times I've seen him play the Steelers, he put up crazy amount of points on the Steelers team. So I don't see why it's going to change right now. I'm taking Bengals and the Steelers over the Steelers. So I'm going to go 61-28. 61-28, Bengals over the Steelers. Eagles and Saints. I don't predict my games. I just say who's the favorite. Listen, I'm not in no seat to be saying Eagles by 14, thing like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, my timing is off. I'm grateful to win any game, to be honest with you. I be feeling like a fish out of water when I play. I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. I'm trying not to lose my grip totally. You know what I mean? But, man, if we don't beat this Saints team, then we probably need to just, wrap it up for the rest of the season, even though we got a good winning record right now. But I say Eagles favorite in this one by 13 over the Saints. Rams and Bucks. Rams got a good win last week over the 49ers. Bucks didn't play last week. He should play this week, but if he does play, I'll take the Bucks to win this week over the Rams. I'll go 31-14. Next we got Commanders and Colts. Don't know if this game will get played. My boy Black Star is out of the country right now. But if it does get played, I don't know. Black Star, even when he does play, his internet is not what he would want. So if it does get played, I'm going with the Colts. I'm going to take Colts over Commanders this week. If they play, I'll go 28-17. Next, we got Jets and Titans. E-Ball going against Carnage. E-Ball been playing good ball, I know, last season. I don't know how he started out this season, but I will peek at the records in a minute. But I'm going to go Titans in this one. I'm going to take Titans over the Jets. I'm pretty sure Titans got an attitude about getting a fair sim loss to the Patriots last week. So I'm going to take Titans over the Jets this week. I'm going to go 34-24. Next we got Falcons and Cowboys. Falcons shut out and blew out the Cowboys 48-0. Good win for the Falcons. The Falcons, they're on that stretch right now where they're going to have to string together some wins because I think they're either at 500 or one game under 500, but they might be at 500. Giants and Panthers, wow, 2 shutouts in a row. My boy Money Mascot struggling over there. 2 weeks in a row. Last week he only scored 7. This week he got nothing. That's 7 points in 2 weeks. That's not going to cut it. Big Game James, like I say, to me, definitely one of the top users in the league. You know what I mean? And this type of performance over this Panthers team, go out and shows that. So good win for the Giants. I was rooting for the Panthers to win this because I'm in the Giants division, but Panthers didn't get it done. Texans and Vikings. Parkway Stunner against Baby 8K2. I don't know who that is, but I seen Parkway Stunner get parked last week to the Cardinals, so I don't know, but I think the Vikings should bounce back and win this one this week. If he don't, it's going to be it's going to be a long second half of the season for the Vikings, in my opinion. But I'll take the Vikings to win this week, 21-17. Seahawks and Niners. Seahawks. Earth to Seahawks. Earth to Seahawks. Where are you? I don't know, man. Huff haven't been active. I'm surprised he's still in the league. But, maybe he'll come around and finish out strong. But if he does play this game, 49ers got upset last week, and I'm tempted to go with the Seahawks this week, but I think the 49ers will come with an attitude, and I think he'll win, but I think it'll be close if they get played. I'll take Niners this week, 26-22. Browns and Broncos. BJ going against Calm. I don't know neither team record, but I will in a few. But Broncos at home, I'm going BJ. I'm going Browns in this one. But that Broncos team will play, but I'm going Browns in a close one. Give me Browns over the Broncos, 27-23. Next we got Chiefs and Raiders. Raiders beat the Chiefs 36-35. This is game Chloe was talking about. Man, trap game in effect. I'm pretty sure Dre came into this game feeling like he could do whatever. But again, just like you heard me just say against the Saints, if I know I ain't playing good ball, whether I'm locked in or not, who am I to just act like I could just come and do whatever? Sometimes it's just best go and do what you got to do instead of getting cute. Now, again, I didn't see the game. I don't know if Drake tried to get cute. It could have just been a bad game. I don't know. But it's a bad loss, I tell you that. Terrible loss. But good win for the Raiders. Bills and Dolphins. Good win for the Bills. 28-14. Upset, in my opinion. I would have took Dolphins to win this one. They lost by 14. Tough loss for the Dolphins on the road. Cardinals and Chargers. Chargers got a nice win last week, but got another tough one this week. But this week he's at home against the Cardinals. I think the Chargers come into this game with some swag, but Cardinals also, they're balling. They got one loss in the season. So I think this game going to be close. I'm going to go with the Chargers because Chargers at home, but I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be tight. I'm going to go Chargers this week, 24-21 over the Cardinals. Bears and Packers, Restless Wolf going against P. Earl. I know Pearl is undefeated, so I'm going with the undefeated team in this one. Although I would love to see how this Bears team compete against the Packers because they're in the same division. So this is something I want to pay attention to because the Bears can make a statement in this game even if he don't win. Sometimes you can make a statement even when you lose. You don't always have to win to make a statement. You understand? And if he loses this game by, let's just say, 7 points or 4 points, that's a statement. That's telling the Packers, yo, look, you won this one, but I'm here. You got some competition in this division. So I'm curious to see how this one going to play out. But I'm going with the undefeated team right now. I'm going to take Packers over the Bears. I'm going to go 31-20. 31-20 Packers over the Bears. So now, after a long, drawn-out fifth quarter, that's it. We got the predictions. We got the recap. You guys continue to ball out like y'all been balling out. And I'll see y'all on the next fifth quarter. I ain't even going to lie to y'all and tell y'all next week because I'll be lying. But another fifth quarter will be here sooner than later. I'll tell you this much. I'll definitely have a fifth quarter out either by Friday or definitely the weekend. So stay tuned and coming right back at you. I'm out.